Welcome. You're tuned into the philosophy how to expand a bit upon your creativity, imagination, and innovation. Everything's created twice. First in the mind, then it becomes reality. Whatever the mind and man can conceive and believe it can achieve. So you go out there day after day, do the work, the confidence, put yourself out there boldly, authentically. Even though the success, the creation has not arrived, has not manifested just yet, but you know that the richest place on earth, the richest real estate on earth is the graveyard where dreams and goals and everything like that die along with you because you didn't have the courage, the philosophy, the frameworks. But that's all going to change because you're going to have the courage, the philosophy, the frameworks to go out there and make things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. This is the method, the philosophy known as create like a God, because God is a creator and a builder. This is your man's Jaron Mitchell, aka Jaron Winning Mitchell, and welcome to the show of the Create Like a God podcast. If you're new, hey, this is new. This is episode 38, and happy New Year's. I know you guys may be thinking, hey, where did Jaron go? We stopped on 37, where he's at. Hey, I stopped it because I had to do other things, make sure I get good. Of course, good. I'm good. Make sure I'm great. And I got some stuff batched up to get myself there. I'm a little bit behind in December, the recordings. That was my plan to start in December to start recordings. I had to look for another tool, but now I have another tool. Instead of using StreamYard, I'm using Riverside. I've been checking out Riverside. Actually, this is great for the podcasting space, me doing podcasting. Lot better than, it's cheaper and a lot better than StreamYard. Okay. So I think I get ultimate streamings and different services as well too. So StreamYard was a cap. I think I got a 10 if they're for their max one. So I'm going to be streaming as well. So I want to make sure I'm caught up with all episodes, and hopefully at the beginning of the year, you guys also will see me streaming as well. So this will be dropping every single day onto the pod. And as you can see, today's topic we're going to be talking about today is how to keep filling the well. Don't burn out your creativity. This came from I don't remember what chapter. This is from my old podcast stuff, so I'm recording it as video instead of audio. So this is from the book, The Artist's Way by Julian Camry. I believe that's her name. I don't have the book with me. It's actually in California right now. Actually, I should hit my brother up because he's coming out. And for Christmas, hit him up so he can bring me my book and rest of my books, some of my stuff. So, but along with that, you guys, we have to keep me your how to keep filling your well, don't burn out your creativity, okay? So along with that, you guys, this is what we got in the podcast, but I know you're probably thinking where I'm at or where we going. So this year, Happy New Year's, by the way. This is the first. It's dropping on the 1st of January, okay? So you're going to be a little different how it looks for the pod, okay? So maybe different. I'm getting used to the tools, which I thought I can actually see. Let me see something real quick. There we go. Okay, so my little notes, I'm looking at Notion right here. So I got it through Notion, which I was actually looking through how to use Notion because Notion's pretty dope. It's a dope tool if you can do a lot of things free with Notion. So Riverside's pretty dope. So working with these different tools and stuff like that. So Riverside, we will be using Riverside from now on. So the StreamYard, and Riverside is cool. It actually got some good editing features as well. So along with that, you guys, that's what we got going on. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the podcast, or subscribe to my channel, YouTube channel, hit that notification bell so that way you can get podcast episodes, not just podcast episodes, every single day on the YouTube channel. If you're on the podcast, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe or follow button. Leave your man's a 5-star rating and review, or you can do that at the end of the episode. So that way it can go up through the rankings. If you like the pod, give me some feedback, man. I would like to get some feedback so that way I can make the pod better, get it better. And also we're going to keep getting the production a lot better here as well. I'm doing everything by myself. I'm a one-man army right now, but we will get reinvest right into it. So that way we can get build me a team onto this and also onto YouTube. Okay. So YouTube in the pod. Okay. So along with that, you guys, let's go ahead and get to the topic and see these points today. Point number 1. Today's topic I'll be talking about today is, which I know there's a marker. Yep, there's a mark right there. Okay. So today's podcast we're talking about today is how to keep filling the well. Don't burn out your creativity. Okay. We mentioned this. I don't remember what episode. We'll probably have this in the show notes when I have time, but it is be a consumer. I had an episode, and I could probably look it up. Be a consumer and a producer. Okay. So be a consumer and a producer. Okay. That's what I actually would say right here. Be a consumer. Okay. Be a consumer with purpose. There's something with Napoleon Hill. I love Napoleon Hill's work. He says something, be definite at everything that you do. Have a definite chief aim. Have a purpose at everything that you do. Don't do something, be mindlessly doing stuff. Okay, have a purpose at everything you do. If you're going out on dating, if you're looking to be, okay, have with somebody, have a purpose on it. Have a purpose on, what you're going to date. Have a purpose on your business. That's why you got to, business plan, vision statements, and all this other stuff. Even on YouTube and the podcast, be a definite what you're going to do every single time. Okay, so be a consumer and a producer, I like to say, but the point number one basically is be a consumer with purpose. Okay, art is a image using system. Your imagination is like a well stock of trot pod. Okay, I don't even know what the heck my notes saying right there. Anyways, keep if you keep fishing from it, creating without refilling it, consuming, it becomes depleted. Okay, feed your creativity and attention. Consume films, art, conversation, dreams, even walks with nature. This is basically still like the artist, book or Austin Kleon, right? And that's why I say you need to be a consumer and a producer. I say consume 20% of the time, produce 80% of the time. You want to produce more. Okay, if you consume, and don't produce nothing, you're not a builder, man. You're not really building anything. Okay, let me see if I can find the episode here. But anyways, okay, keep on being consumer and a producer, but consume with purpose. Okay, consume and put stuff out. You can actually learn something from the stuff you consume, even with books, and start teaching. Okay, feed your creativity intentions. Consume. I already said that. Art is an image of using systems in order to create. We draw from our inner well. This inner well in artistic reserves is ideally like a well-stocked trot pod. Okay. And I see what that's saying, like the pod where they're basically trot pod, I think where the frogs jump on. Okay, so we're got big fishes, little fishes, fat fishes, skinny fishes, abundance of artistic fishes to fry. Basically frying them fishes, boy. Okay, and as artistic, we must realize that we have maintained our artistic ecosystem. If we don't give any attention to our upkeeping, we will be adapted and become depleted, stagnant, or blocked. Any extended period of piece of work draws heavily on artistic well. Okay, be artistic. It helps you be artistic. It doesn't even business people. We don't have to be artistic as in a drawing or doing music or anything like that. You can be creative ways, and even with business and stuff as well. Okay, so let's see. Creation requires consumptions, inspiration, and oxygen for your imagination. Okay, so you get inspired by other things, and you get inspired by it and use your creativity. So again, we talked about synthetic creativity and creative creativity, and that's in episode. Where's the episodes at? We got Think Outside the Box, episode 27. Okay, everything created twice, episode 29. Okay, and we had, let me see, everything. Nope. And I'm trying to find out why you don't need to compare. Nope. Let me see. I should have it on here. I need to start connecting on that. We're going to have all that connected when we start getting more into the episodes. I'm able to connect and have more time looking over my notes. Okay. I can't find it. I can't find the freaking episode. Somewhere around here, be a consumer and a producer. Okay. So that's where you're going to have to go and do that. Okay, so let me see. As an artist, we must realize we have a maintain an artistic ecosystem. If we don't give something attention or upkeeping, our well will be about to becoming depleted, stagnant, or even blocked. Any extended period of piece of work draws heavily on our artistic well. Okay, keep filling in the well. Keep bringing in be a consumer. Okay, this is what I think, my thoughts on it. This is not from the book, Your Artist's Way. Okay, it's a little bit different. Okay, let's go ahead and get to point number 2. Today's topic, what we're going to be talking about today is how to keep filling the well and don't burn out your creativity. Okay, point number 2, we talked about it. Nothing is truly original, but this is more from the book. Steal as much as possible. Okay, steal from everything that resonates with you, with inspiring and fuel your imagination. Devour old films, new films, music, books, paintings, photographs, poems, dramas, random conversation, horticulture, bridges, street signs, trees, clouds, bodies of water, lights, and shadows. Select only things to steal from and speak directly to your soul. And that's a quote. Don't have the quote right here. You could probably listen to episode 1, Nothing is Truly Creative, and episode number 2, How to Be Creative. Okay. And how do we fill in the well? We feed it with images. Okay. This is the stuff you're consuming, right? We feed it with images, art that basically stuff that inspires you want to still and use it, and you mix it up, and that's how you become original. Okay, that's the method that I think: copy, transform, and combine. Okay, so art is our artistic brain pursuits. The artistic brain is our imagination, home, and havens to out best creative impulse. The art brain cannot be reached or triggered effectively by words alone. It's also through images. I use visualization and stuff as well. Okay. So great artists steal, but not everything. Only what moves you. Okay. You're not stealing everything. What moves you? What inspires you? What actually you want to put in this project and move. Okay. And this is how you can mix things up and steal something that could be unique. And it's something unique. And people are like, dang, okay, I see this inspiration, but this is something unique. You can create something cool. You mix it all together, copy, transform, and combine, and become something original. But you copy it you basically how to be original is undetected plagiarism. So you put everything together and mash it up together, and you remix it basically, and it becomes something unique and something your own. Is basically can't even detect plagiarism, basically, right? It's from the book Still Like an Artist, okay, by Austin Kleon. Okay, still what speaks to your soul, not what's trending. Inspiration is everything: books, music, shadows, walls, and I think I mentioned that, right? Photos. Okay. Still, I already mentioned that as well. Look like I doubled my notes here. Okay. So yeah, artists. Yeah, I doubled my notes here. So the artist's brain cannot reach the triggered effectively through words alone. Okay. So yeah, I'll double my notes right here. So make sure you guys had still much as possible. Get the book Austin Kleon. Get his old series. He has Still Like a Book, Still Like an Artist. Show your work and keep going. I believe. I don't have the other books with me. I was up in California, so I don't have to get those with me when it comes in. I'll probably have them at the time this episode goes out actually. So just go ahead to point number 3. Today's topic we're going to be talking about today is how to keep filling your well and burn. Let me go back. How to keep filling your well, don't burn out your creativity. Okay. Point number 3. Go ahead, bring in. I'm learning how to use Riverside, which is pretty cool. But point number 3. Where are you? Number 3. Point number 3 is the law of input and output. Okay. So what is the law of input? What goes in is what goes out. Okay. What you get out is what you put in. Okay. The law of input and output. This is all consuming and stuff, right? So consuming the right stuff that puts out the right things. Okay. So if you eat out, it's kind of like the law of you are what you eat as well, right? So it's pretty similar. The law of input and output. You get what you put in. Your output is directly reflection of the input quality. Okay, quality stuff. Okay, garbage in, garbage out. Feed your brain like an athlete. Fuel their body with clean, empowering, and challenging material. Okay, so this is basically just like the athlete that's feeding good stuff. Okay, you want to be like an artist, and this is just not just with artists. This can be an athlete as well. You want to feed the mind with good things. You want to feed your creativity with good things. Okay, feed it with things that would actually inspire, that you want to put into your work to make something original for itself. Okay, so you get what you put out. You get out what you put in. Your output is directly reflection on your input. Mention that: garbage in, garbage out. And feed your brain like an athlete that fuels the body in clean, empowering, and challenging materials. That's why they got the whole brainwalk culture, right? I mean, culture, you could say brainwalk, right? People say, oh, this is brainwalk, TikTok and all that with shorts and all that is brainwalk, right? That's why people do a lot of doom scroll. Hey, I'm a victim of it too. Go ahead and scroll, and because platforms and social media, once you keep on the app, it's addicting. It's an addicting thing. They want you to keep on the app. So you got to make sure, what do you feed yourself? What do you feed the algorithm? Actually stuff. What type of stuff do you watch? Okay, well, even on YouTube, you watch a whole bunch of stuff that pops in on your for your feed or whatever, right? And the same thing with the For You page, right? It pops up whatever comes out. So you got to feed the algorithm stuff that you like. Okay, and like, okay, I shouldn't like that. I shouldn't watch that. Maybe I shouldn't be careful with that stuff that I watch. Okay, the law of input and output. Okay, what you put out, what you get in, garbage out. You want to direct and control your creativity. or your news feed. You can do it on Facebook too. I don't think people understand. You can actually control what you put on your news feed or what you want to see. And same thing on Instagram, your favorite people, and only look at their favorite people. And same thing with Instagram, right? TikTok, right? Feeling what you got. You got the whole little stuff to get ideas and stuff like that, right? So you got to be careful what you put in and what you're getting your attention on, and that hits your algorithm, and your algorithm may get you say brain rot, right? Okay, what is this brain rot? Maybe I'm watching too much brain rot. Maybe I need to refresh my algorithm and like stuff and actually watch stuff that's actually keep showing up what I want to see. Okay, that will inspire me. Okay, let's go ahead and get to point number 4. Today's topic we're going to be talking about today is how to keep feeling the well. Don't burn out your creativity. Okay. Point number 4, which is going to be self-nourishing. Okay. Now to self-nourishing, something that is nourishing food, nutriment and substance, the act of nourishing, the state of being nourished, the process. Oh, this is a bad definition right here. A bad process of systems, methods, which is the reason why it's a bad definition, because it has the word nourished in nourishing. All the nourishing it's not a good definition here. Of providing administrative nourishment, a teasing or nourishment of. Oh yeah, that's a bad definition. I don't like that definition. Why this definition here anyway? Okay, anyways, let's go to the next right here. So that's supposed to be definition of nourishment. Why do I have nourishment? Is because what you're putting in, what you're nourishing yourself as an artist. Okay, there's something with, I don't mention it here, but in the book, The Artist's Way is the artist date. Okay, it's like you're dating, you're going on a date with your spouse or your potential spouse, potential partner. Again, do definitely everything that you do. Okay, be definite and have purpose everything that you do. And this is basically you go on an artist date on yourself. This is an artist date for your creativity, your imagination, your innovation. Okay, this is something like you maybe want to go buy, I don't know, stamps or something like that, right? Some tools and stuff. Some tools you spend a date, you're doing more creativity. It's a tool that's nourish your creativity, your imagination, and your innovation. This is going on an artist date. You call it an entrepreneur date as well, whatever to nourish that. Okay, go in and nourish your creativity. Go on a date with your creativity. You could say basically yourself and your creativity to flourish. Okay, that's what that artist on the art date is. And I'm correct on it. It's been a while since I read that book, and I didn't follow up with the 12-week course, which I should go. I need to get that book. I got the audio book, but I need to get the book back. So that's what that is. And so overtapping the well, like overfishing the pond leaves out diminished resources. We fish in veins of imagination we require. Our work dries up and we wonder why. Just when it was going so well, the truth is work can dry up because it is going so well. Okay, so we got keep nourishing, going on the artist date. So artists, we must learn to self-nourish, to become alert enough to constantly replenish our creativity resources as we draw on them. We restock and trout pod, so to speak. Okay, filling the well involves with active pursuit of images and refreshing artistic. That can be images, other stuff. Watching, there's some things I watch like anime, right? I can watch anime, reflourishes my creativity. I get a lot of creativity. I've been watching a lot of isekai. I know I really love that genre actually. Isekai genre, some other genres, games and stuff. Same thing with game development, right? I have a course on this. So go, if you want to get good at games or game development, you play other games. You get ideas from other games and stuff like that. And this is not just from other games. It could be other stuff that you watch, movies and films and whatever sources you get to get your creativity nourishing. And even that, you could have an artist day. You could probably just watch anime all day. Watch whatever it is because you're refilling your artistic flow. You're refilling and nurturing your artistic imagination to get ideas and put it forth. Okay. So that's all I'm saying. If you guys looking at looking for ideas is in front of you. It could be books. Shoot, it could be whatever it's on the phone, or you can look it through AI. Okay, get ideas from AI. Books. I got some books right here, which I'm actually reading this book. Good book, by the way. I need to take notes on. I'm on chapter 8. Need to finish it. There's also Pixar. I got a Pixar book and stuff like that as well. So that's the reason why I'm mentioning all this. And this is the quote of this episode right here by Julia Cameron from The Artist's Way. The truth is, it works. Work can dry up because it's going so well. We already mentioned that quote right here. So let's go ahead and recap today's topic that I'm talking about today is, Okay. How to keep filling the well, don't burn out your creativity. Point number one, be a consumer and a producer. Basically, be a consumer with purpose. Okay. I'm not going to go to every single point right here. Point number two, steal as much as possible. Steal like an artist. Great artists copy. Good artists copy, great artists steal. Okay. So you steal so much. Listen to episode number one, Nothing is Truly Original. Episode number two, How to Be Original. Okay. So how to be original, copy, transform, and combine. You got copying all this stuff, you're getting all this stuff, and you put it and you make something unique and your old flair. Okay. And there's also another episode, I can't remember at this point, which is versus synthetic imagination and creative imagination. And that's in the book Think and Grow Rich. Okay. Synthetic imagination is basically imagination, if I remember correctly, imagination that's already existed, that's already, and you adding on top of it, right? You adding on top of what already exists, like you standing on the shoulders of giants, and you paid homage to those who have got you there. Creative imagination is more of the hunches, the more of the inspiration that comes from you, and you're getting access with infinite intelligence that's given to you. Inspirations, that's what that is. Okay. Point number three, right here, which is the law of input and output. What you get out is what you put in. Your input is direct. Your output is direction, reflection of your input quality. Garbage in, garbage out. Feed your brain like an athlete in building. And you are what you eat. You are what you put in. You input and output. Make sure you consume the great stuff, good stuff. Make sure you don't get in the brain rot and all that other stuff that's going on social media today. Okay. Point number four, self-nourishing. Go on an artist date. Okay. Don't wait for someone to inspire you or motivate you. You must learn to nurture yourself with joy, exploration, solitude, reflection, and intention rest. Okay. Don't let your well run dry because you consistently create without recovering. Talk, travel, reflection, date your inner artist. I didn't mention that before because I went straight to the definition. This horrible ass definition right here. Okay. And oh, I see. I had 2 points right here. That's kind of crazy. I see what I did there. Okay, so along with that, you guys, and that's end of the episode. And again, the truth is that the work can dry up because it's going so well. Julius Cameron in the book, The Artist's Way. All right. Folks, it's not where we at, it's where we come from. Always create like a God. You're the master of your fate. You're the captain of your soul. You are made in the image of God. God gave you a brain to think for yourself. And always create like a God and worship the one true creator, which I believe is Allah. Okay. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Jesus, peace be upon all the prophets, are the messengers of Allah. And God gave you a brain to think for yourself. All right. Always create like a God, because God is a creator and a producer and a designer, all the above. Okay. So that's why you got to go out and create and build and make something happen. And again, always create like a God. Talk to you guys later. All right. Peace out.